28th of August 2024, where we are currently in Gdansk, just about to set off for a few days in Wroclaw in Poland, somewhere I've never been before. While we're there, we're going to obviously check out the old town, but also go to the Wroclaw Speedway Grand Prix, which is being held there. Never been to that one before. It's a track that's fairly famous. It does host many world championships, but yeah, first time's there. So join us for a 3-day trip to Wroclaw. First stop, wee stop in the forest. And what are you doing, Anya? What are you doing? Are you satisfied now? Oh, what were you wanting?
My phone is there.
Oh, don't forget that. Well, we're obviously travelling through Poland at the moment, on the way to Wroclaw. And what strikes me is how many trees and stuff and forests you see in the countries you're driving. So I did look it up, and apparently at the moment of Poland's territory, it's apparently 35% forest, and that is actually growing, you know, compared to the rest of the world. And they reckon in 10 years or so it could be over 40% forest. And the most common tree that you find in Poland is the one you see behind me, called the Scots pine. Don't think it's something to do with Scotland though. So as is customary, we've just arrived at our Airbnb in Wroclaw, and having a look around. Looks a little smaller than we thought from the pictures, but sometimes the internet can do that, can't it? So yeah, I'll show you around for the benefit of our friends and family who are interested in where we are staying. So we have bedroom number 1, and then we have the bathroom, just the one bathroom. Bedroom number 2 with the balcony, where Anya's dad is having a smoke outside. Kitchen diner, Anya and her mum chilling out, unpacking. Yeah. So yeah, and we've got air conditioning, which is good because it's 30 degrees outside. And we have a nicest view of the river from outside. Yeah. Can I get out from this way?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's have a look. Oh, your dad's coming in here. I will go and have a look.
Przesuwane, że można samemu.
Oof, it is warm out here. And there we have our view of the river. So we just had a look round, but I don't know if you can see this picture in the background. Anya says it looks like she's having a wee.
She does.
Yes, we have found our first Wroclaw gnome.
Gnome.
Gnome. There's a stork there. I think it's a stork.
There's a stork.
So after doing a bit of a Google search, it's actually a grey heron. Gnome number 2. So we found a 5-star. We found a Google rated 5-star restaurant, Italian, that everybody wanted, and it's called La Colana. So far, we haven't eaten anything yet, but everything so far is pretty good. Cheers. Is lit the light, which I know quite like. You know, as long as the candle is lit, that's all good.
puste talerze.
There you go.
Dziękuję.
For you. And there you go. Smacznego.
dziękuję.
Co może?
Thank you.
Smacznego życzę wszystkim.
Dziękujemy ślicznie.
So we find ourselves at Wroclaw Zoo, the oldest and largest zoo in Poland. I have to come here, as many of you know, my wife has a passion for animals, so this place was a must. It's hot, so the wife is that right, Anya? Soaking herself. It's hot. It's 33 degrees here today. It's no good for us gingers. Hello, big guy. They are funny looking things, zebras, aren't they? I'm not sure what a horse would think if he saw one for the first time. You are aggressive, yes. What have I got here? What have I got here? Yeah. They are curious at least, aren't they? Yeah?
Those are clearly tame.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh, what happened there?
Behind us is a restaurant, and it's the third oldest business in Poland, and I won't try and pronounce the name, so what is the name, Anya?
Piwnica Świdnicka.
Okay. And it's the third oldest business in Poland, and also one of, if not the oldest restaurants in the world. It opened in 1273 and has operated as a restaurant since then, and we're gonna check it out now. It looks old. This place is cool down here.
Oh yes.
Some nice comfy seats there. Look. The name actually means underground brewery, I believe. So here is the brewery section. So we've just driven about a mile out of Wroclaw, and we are visiting Książ Castle. third
Sean
Castle. The third largest castle in Poland.
Yes, started to build in 1228 or 26.
It's still going strong. Oh, but whenever I think of castles, I always think of crenellations, and this one hasn't got any. So it's not a proper medieval castle. Yeah, I forgive it. The original castle looks something like this. There we go. Looks far more medieval. Apparently the plan at the end, near the end of the war, was to have Hitler come to this castle to get him out of the way, and this was his bedroom behind us, and if he needed to escape in a hurry, then he would go down this lift shaft to safety. After a hard bit of castle exploring, it's time for iced coffee. So we just had a bit of a trek, and we're coming to the viewing gallery for the castle, so we'll see if it's a worthwhile trek or not. There we go.
Nice fence.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Pretty good, isn't it? So here we have randomly picked up the acoustic mirrors. So apparently if you stand near to this one and then somebody else is on the other one, you can hear each other quite clearly, so we'll give it a test. So we're quite a distance away. I am whispering, I can hear you very clearly. As you walk around Wroclaw, you may come across some gnomes, and the history of these dates back to the occupation by Russia. And as an act of resistance, the residents at the time would paint gnomes on the walls as a way of showing resistance in a humorous way, and that has kept up to this day. And now you'll see little bronze gnomes around the city, probably over 400 of them. I've only seen a couple myself, but I'm led to believe there's more than 400. If I see any, I'll put them on the video. Both in pink today.
Yes.
The height of fashion. We are watching a Speedway World Championship event from Wroclaw. I've always wanted to come to Wroclaw, watch the Speedway here, for two reasons really. When I was younger, we used to follow Bradford Dukes, and one of the riders there was Gary Havelock, and me and Johnny, we used to go there regularly and watch the Speedway, and Gary Havelock used to ride for the Bradford Dukes. Anyway, he used to ride for a Polish Speedway team as well, and the Polish Speedway team he used to ride for was Wroclaw. So Gary Havelock also won the World Championship at this stadium. So 2 reasons really why I've always wanted to come here. Be interested to see the track and look back at Gary Abbott's achievement from all those years ago. One of the greatest British speedway riders of all, of this era as well. Woofenden, he's a 3-time world champion. He also rides for Wroclaw. So we've been following him over the last few years as well while we've been to these events. Well, we got VIP tickets for this event, and we didn't realise that you got free food and drink as part of the package, and we all had a big meal before we got here, so we're all just sat here looking at the food. Well, I am anyway. So we're on our way back from Wroclaw to Gdansk, and Anya's parents wanted to have a stop about halfway on the way back, break up the journey, and apparently it's a museum of archaeology. No idea what we're going to find here, so it's going to be a surprise to me as well. David, if you are watching, it's a shame I can't steal some of this and bring it to your cottage, isn't it? I'll save you a few bob. So it appears that this is a archaeological site dating from 1922 when they found the remains of some flint tools here, and the flint dates back to the Stone Age, and looks like it was originally a Stone Age mine. With some settlements, remains of settlements here. So when they found that out, they put a protection order on this, and it's been on ever since, just over 100 years, and created the museum and built some mock-ups of the structures that would be found during everything from the Stone Age up to the Iron Age.
Mogło wyglądać. Cała osada jest pod wodą. Tam tylko takie pole. A to co to
jest? Are you okay to defend the gates from the barbarian horde? Good.